And as the physical, mental, and emotional bodies come into an alignment with the higher parts of ourselves, the higher frequencies, beyond the physical, mental, and the emotional, automatically, easily, aligning with the higher frequency, automatically, simply by the intention of being here in this eternal now. It is the pulsing, the frequency of the higher heart of compassion and unconditional love in its yearning to serve, in service work, because of the love of the divine, of the Creator. And it is this higher heart of compassion, unconditional love, that is the wellspring of this love of the Creator, known as many names. But indeed, it is the God, the Father, Mother, that Jesus and others have referred to, all loving, all knowing, all powerful. And so it is in this higher alignment automatically an entrainment takes place as the preparation has been anchored, waiting for our arrival. And so the platform has already been stated, created, and anchored. And so from this platform, with the myriad of the family of light, again, the table already set, and the beckoning to take our seats as the collective family of light now begins to expand in this singularity of unconditional love coming from the compassionate heart. And this high level frequency of radiance and light emanating from the children upon the earth who have not forgotten their light, their flame, their soul pulse that moves them beyond the unknowable, moves them beyond their fears, moves them on beyond ignorance, moves them beyond what seems to be impossible, yet it is something within them, this flame, this divine spark that is ever present, waiting, growing for it to be ignited in a great alignment with the higher self, the great alignment of the flame of all that is. So we breathe the sacred in-breath and out, fully conscious as enlightened beings, carrying the divine spark and the flame within us. And that part becomes more predominant as this energetic flame seeks the source as the source seeks it. And we become the catalyst for heaven and earth. And so we breathe the sacred in-breath and out-breath, fully aware, fully conscious of what it is that we do in our connection to the higher parts of ourselves, our connection beyond the gravitational pull of this planet, beyond the gravitational pull of our local solar system. Indeed, the sun behind the sun behind the sun that beckons us and our ever-growing consciousness, expansiousness, as we become more empowered, as we become wiser, as we now awaken to our true selves, the authenticity of who we truly are, even as we walk a physical, mental, and emotional world. And this all-consuming flame within the heart is anchored and tethered to the higher flame of illumination in the ascended realms of light, beyond the great Azimuth worlds, from the highest celestial realms of light, from the crystalline cities of light to Shambhala, to the great paradise worlds. It is this flame of source, the illumination of this flame. And as each and every in-breath and out-breath aligns us, raises us in frequency, our own flame attunes, aligns, and connects more directly with this great flame of illumination in the ascended realms of light. So we breathe the sacred in-breath and out-breath. And as the most radiant ones come from all expressions of the divine, creating a singularity of mission and purpose, to be the sacred containers and holders of this great illumination flame that seeks to expand into the hearts and minds of the great human kingdom upon the earth, into all the kingdoms on this sacred planet. So we breathe the sacred in-breath and out-breath. And as this flame expands, integrates, and processes with the higher levels of light, it moves through our beingness, through our nervous system, and through our nervous system as great roots of the cosmic tree, and its branches that moves out, and roots that go deep, deep within, so too our nervous system goes from the bottom of our physical feet and into the sacred earth. Indeed, it moves with purpose to move into the center core of this beloved planet, to move into her crystalline core, wrap around her heart, as we acknowledge the great guardians and as they open the gateways to us. And as we embrace our dear Earth Mother, we are here for her. It is because of our capacity to hold light and to carry the frequency of unconditional love that we are here for her and for her great birthing process, her great ascension, and for all of her life. And so we hold our spaces as sacred sentinels. As our nervous system now goes beyond and out of the physical, mental, and emotional frequency and moves through the mind and through the emotions to make the higher connection with the celestial realms of light. Indeed, to embrace the illumination flame, and in its presence in the multiple bodies and chakra systems, in the clearing of the Antakarana that allows us to be in the highest celestial realms of light, supported in this platform from the Ami Shaddai, the family of light, in all of its expressions of the divine, to create this bridge, this gateway of the highest celestial flame into the flame of each and every one here, the children of light upon the earth who have not forgotten. As their flame radiates, moves through all of their internal systems, moves through the nervous system as great roots down into the center of the sacred earth. And as this continues to tether, integrate, and process, there is a sacred holy exchange, a sacred holy alchemy between heaven and earth, as the frequency of the children of light upon the earth continues to raise and rise, allowing the exchange of this divine grace to move in and through us and into the sacred earth, to bring the sacred earth through us into the ascended realms of light and into the illumination flame. For it is this brilliance and this light that she seeks, as all of us, in the re-remembering of the Adam Kadmon, the divine human, in its deepest core, the re-remembering of this flame. So we breathe with intention. Allow ourselves to be those sentinels holding sacred space, as great angelic beings and radiant masters come and hold the platform, widening and expanding the frequency exchange of the sacred Earth Mother and the higher realms of illumination. Bringing in once again the original Genesis, bringing in once again the Eden tree as the sacred branches of the tree of life that we hold within us expand and move into the higher frequencies, into the celestial realms. And as our very feet in the physical anchor to the sacred earth, expand through our awareness, consciousness, and intention, until this flame not only consumes us and blends upper and lower, but it embraces and encompasses the entire planet as we hold our positions, clearing, balancing, purifying, and healing. As we breathe the sacred in-breath and out-breath, this sacred flame that we hold and connected to the highest celestial realms of light and anchored into the sacred earth cannot be contained, as it must expand. We simply breathe the sacred in-breath and out-breath, remembering who we are and our abilities and the power of our intention and visualization. So we expand this flame, all consuming the sacred earth, but beyond that, the celestial bodies that evolve and revolve around the great sun of Helios Vesta. This flame embraces the great sun and it integrates and aligns in the highest frequencies as all things evolve, all things raise and rise in consciousness, as we hold a consciousness for the new earth, for the ascension and the golden age. And as this ever-consuming flame expands in all directions, we see it moving to all the other great suns, Alcyon, and all the suns that evolve and revolve around the great Hunamku, the great Milky Way galaxy. This all-consuming flame, the illumination, moving beyond the great Milky Way, moving into spaces being created in this very now moment of new creations, expanded portals, new portals. As the children of light upon the earth who have not forgotten puts forth the intention, the connection of the illumination flame in the higher realms of light, connecting to the great Earth Mother and beyond. And within this illumination flame, we see all of the drudge, miscreations, distortions being purified, cleared, and clean. We see all imbalances now being realigned, adjusted into perfect balance. We see within the flame the divine sparks of peace, the great shaloms. We see within the flame all that comes into the illumination of unconditional love, moving through all things, the great matrices, the crystalline geometries, all being infused, clean, cleared, aligned with the great illumination flame of the highest celestial realms of light, expanding, cleaning, clearing, purifying, aligning, balancing, and healing. And as we hold this frequency of radiant light, we are blessed, humbled, and grateful for the great healing, balancing, and peace within our own beingness. As we continue to expand our frequency of light as great containers moving throughout the universe. And even as we would want to stay in this perfect balance and anchored peace, we know the time has come for us to come back totally into our body, where there's much to be done, but we remember before we go to sleep tonight to bring forth this experience as we continue to do our work in dream time. And we sense, feel, and know that those most radiant ones begin to draw in their electromagnetic field, and we know to do the same. Slowly but methodically, we draw in our energies with the intention to be back and anchored fully in our physical, mental, and emotional bodies and to the sacred earth. Even as we still carry the frequency of holding heaven and earth. On the count of 3, we prepare ourselves to be back, awake, alert, and grounded. 1, 2, take a very deep breath in. And 3, we are back, we are awake, we are alert, we are grounded.